So, thanks. This has been Cadris, signing off. Hey guys and gals, Cadris here, and this is an analysis game of one of my first placement matches for the Season 4. I am playing Leona as support. I am running a 0, 23 in the defense tree, 7 in the utility tree. For my runes, I am running mostly armor with scaling magic resist.
Welcome
and
to Summoner's
I'm using
Rift.
cooldown reduction quints. I went with cooldown reduction quints because I wanted to better shut down the enemy team for my team to kind of get maybe Kale's ult or Tristana's ult or things like that. Shut them down before they can escape and get that stun back in. So right now on our team we have myself as support, laning with Graves, Brad in the mid, Ramon's jungle, and Jack's top. The enemy team we have Thresh and Tristana, which can be a pretty hard matchup for Leona. Amumu is their jungler, I believe, and I believe Olaf top and Kale in the mid, or maybe, I'm not quite sure. I don't quite remember this game last night, but I wanted to kind of go over this strategy that I have
Minions have
and show you that a game that goes very, very bad in the beginning can turn out actually very, very good. I am starting Leona with a Doran shield. The shield is going to help mitigate the damage from their AD carry and their support. Most supports will do barely any damage with Leona has a Doran shield, especially once you get Eclipse and can start proccing the shield. So here I go in and stun blue for Rammus, just to give him. Don't really want to hang out around jungle anymore. In fact, most jungles don't even need a leash anymore. And it looks like they started red. So Graves is coming down. Leona going to bottom lane. Yeah, it does look it's Olaf top and Kale in the mid lane. We're mostly going to focus on my play as Leona, maybe looking at the other guys doing some downtime, but I wanted to kind of focus on what I'm doing good, what I can improve on. So if you guys have any tips, leave a comment below, like, subscribe, favorite, all that crap people always ask me. So here I'm trying to control the bush. This is kind of a new start for me. I don't always start thorns. I flash in, kind of be aggressive, stun, waste my exhaust and throw, hoping we could catch him. My Leona play is very, very aggressive, especially at levels 2, 3, and 6. So here I kind of got a little bit too close, but still managed to get away. Put a ward down. I thought about going with a sweeping trinket, but because our jungler went with the sweeping trinket, I decided not to. I prefer when the jungler has the sweeping trinket. Okay, there I go in again, and I get pulled. Didn't realize Thresh's grab was on pull, and I ended up really sucks. Graves probably could have helped a little bit more, but he was farming, and that is okay. So I'm back. Looks like I pretty much just buy a bunch of wards. You know, want to keep your bottom lane vision is very important to the game, and it is that's how you make the plays. So let's see how Graves is doing. He's pushed back to the tower. Tristana's kind of low. Thresh is at full health. And he gets grabbed, shot, dies, and he goes. So okay. Barely late. Nice lantern there on Thresh protecting Tristana. She almost went down. Getting some last hits as support. Despite what people think, you still want to last with a support if your carry's not around. You don't want to push the lane too much, so if it's going to die, you do not want to waste that gold. Even with the new season and how much gold you get on your supports, especially with a lot of people starting with Relic Shield or the Ancient Coin. Thresh started with the Ancient Coin. That's a good start if you're going to be a bit more passive. You don't get as much armor from starting with Thorn Shield or the passive regen from Relic Shield, which is still good on Thresh too, even though he doesn't get the execute ability, he still can last hit and kind of gives him a nice passive regen. Right now he has his Biscuiteers and his Ancient. Tristana's already got a pickaxe and boots, so doing a bit more damage than Graves. Also has triple the amount of CS, her having 12 and Graves only having 4. So we put a ward down, try to get vision of the bushes, control. Looks like Uranus is roaming up top. Olaf is pretty low. I should be looking at my team. So there goes another ward. And Graves is back. Graves was actually having a lot of ping issues. He's the guy from Mars, and it was almost like his ping was from Mars too. He wasn't doing very well, but he did end up disconnecting and getting better ping after reconnecting. But he was gone for quite a bit, and you will see that coming up here in a minute. So right now, I don't like how far Graves was. I should have been closer to him, but he was level 2 or level 4. So I go and try to grab. See, they're hitting me, but I mean, she's not really doing that much damage. If Rammus can get to me, there he comes. Let's see if he can help out. Stana, let's see if he can follow up. Come on, Rammus. Get his taunt. Oh, but that's knocking him back. Pulled him back. Very good Thresh support. And Tristana ends up getting out of there with barely any life. Ramus has to back off as well.
A summoner has disconnected.
And there's where we lose Graves. So now it's me as my Leona versus Thresh and Tristana, which can both be kind of hard matchups for Leona. Tristana's hard because she has her jump, her Q, and she can knock you back. So if you Zenith into her, she can knock you back with her ult, or she can jump away. And Thresh has his pull. Thresh is actually a pretty easy matchup for me as Leona. Like when he pulls me in, I just abuse my eclipse and maybe stun him and make auto attack off. Especially if you have an ADC that can take advantage of him. Graves is actually a pretty good ADC to use with Leona, because he can kind of dive in and control the enemy with his vision, his smoke cloud or whatever. So there goes Thresh using his sweep to clear some of my wards, which sucks. Right now we are 5 kills down. They are up by 2k, almost 3k gold. So we're not doing too well. And it's a 4v5 right now. So our top is currently being ganked by Numu's up there. Good thing is has map awareness as well. So it's good to practice and watch him. Awareness is coming down to help me. Just trying to keep them away from the tower and not letting them get too much damage there, hopefully. Hoping that Graves will reconnect. Trying to get little farms here and there using my execute to give Ramus some of the gold and some health back. You really like the health you do get from that shield. And I picked up Relic Shield instead of my first buy. I was going to go with Sightstone first, but since Graves was disconnected, I want a little more survivability to help take some of this damage from this bottom lane. So right now, I've died twice, Graves has died twice, so that's four of the 5 kills right there. And died once, so not doing so good. Bottom lane, Thresh thankfully misses his hook. Graham almost dying in the middle, but Rammus is coming up to help him. Tristana is just arming away at bottom. Tristana apparently at 40 CS compared to Graves 5. So 8 times the amount of CS, but hey, Graves is back. So we get our stun. Aggressive on Leona at level 6, obviously. That was my level 6 aggression. We almost get Thresh all the way down, but he backs off just in time. If Graves was a little bit earlier, we probably could have got that. Though I wanted to switch to the ADC if got closer to the tower, so near the tower. It's important to keep track of your enemies' cooldowns as well as what items they have. So I know that Thresh only has an ancient coin at this time and isn't really got any defensive items. a bit hard hitting, but as you can see from where I think it is that she just used on me, barely did any damage. My health is so we are pretty tanky right now, especially if I activate my W. We try to go in. She's again just trying to get them off the tower. Doing some nice hits to Thresh there. Warding the back jungle just in case. I didn't know where Lumu was at this time, so he could have been sneaking up around us since we had river. Since we were pretty pushed to the tower, I wanted to make sure that we were not at a disadvantage there. Thresh going back. I kind of felt he was going back at this time, even though we didn't have it rewarded, so we started pushing out a little more. And that's just one of those things you kind of get as the more you play. You get kind of used to, okay, well, they are at this health, they're probably doing this. I'm just seeing how it's going. See, nice jump there to get out. If I could have got the Zenith Blade on here, I could have probably auto attacked her once, got the passive, and probably stunned her too, and she would have died. So we're going to take advantage of knowing Thresh isn't here, push out a little bit, get a couple hits on the tower. We don't want to stay there too long. Graves is at 25 CS compared to Tristan is 50, so she's caught up a little bit. And if we look at the other creep scores, actually, let's see. So we have switches around Olaf and Jax at the top, Kale and Brand in the mid. Alright, so Ramus and we are kind of even right now. 28 creep skill, 27 creep skills. Though Mumu does have 2 tanks up and down. Graves just sitting there for some reason. Stana shooting in. Almost dies. Lucky where he gets out. Almost gets Tristan. There's a lot of almost in this game, which is unfortunate. We could have had a little more backup bottom. I think we were going to take that. But, you know, Ramus did fall behind a little bit as far as ganking. We came down to help him with Graves being disconnected. So that's fine. Mid lane, Jax is out farming Olaf. Mid lane is out farming. So really, mid and top are doing okay. Jungle's doing okay. And bottom lane, we are sucking pretty hard right now. Currently the score is 8-2. They're ahead by 5,000 gold. 17, or can't do math, 4,000 gold. 17 to Graves is back, so I'm going to go back and get some rewards, some more items. I pick up a Sightstone because I really wanted the rewards as well as that health. Ruby Sightstone really isn't as important to get early on anymore, mainly because you can always have, you're not limited like you were before, where you had to have the Ruby Sightstone to put 3 wards down. Now with this one, you can put down 3 wards. You only need the Ruby if you want a little bit of health, and the trade-off for Leona isn't that big of a deal. Sometimes it'd be better to get other items like maybe a Randuin's or your boots or extra potions and spend 75 on a ward or just not even worry about it. So Graves puts down his trinket in the mid lane, so we're going over there to put down our trinket in Tribush. I like to keep Tribush warded, especially when I'm playing on the purple side, because a lot of annoying drops. We really want push control. So here Tristana goes in, try to stun her, get my Z off, just trying to hold her back. We see Kale coming in, so we back off. Again, Graves gets pretty low. It probably pops a potion. Kale probably could have came up in that Tribush and actually got him. Would have sucked, which is why I put down a there. Kale, Graves pinging for help. Tower's pretty low, trying to clear this wave. Trying to just get it so jump. Graves should have went back, but he didn't. So try to hold him down a little bit. See, they're hitting me a lot, but they're not really doing that much damage. If Brandon kept coming towards blue, he probably could have gotten a kill right there on Tristan. And I should have stayed and just fought them in the creeps. If I fought them in the creeps, I would have done more damage to Tristan. She would have been more likely to die. Because I was obviously going to die anyway. I went to the bush there, hoping Brandon would come. But he went back to his mid. I just like killing him. Gets halfway commit. So if he had just followed through and committed, I think we would have done a lot better. When you have a plan of action, it's important to commit to that plan of action. Not be very indecisive. So again, right now the score is 10-4, so they're up by 6. 21,000 gold. They have one objective tower in the bottom lane. We currently have 0.
Shut down.
Rammus and Tristana get shut down though. That was actually really nice that Graves jumping over that wall, obviously. Got a bit of a deep fight. Rand's coming in. Get our ult off. Rand gets his ult off. A ton of damage. Get a Moo.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And going to farm out middle a little bit. So that helped out a little bit. We're still down by 4,000 gold and 5 kills. But this time, a lot of the teammates were bitching about Tristana being fed 6-1. Go to put a ward down on Dragon. Blue is pinging Dragon. See KO here, put down a ward, back off a little bit. Kind of felt like they were going to be going for Dragon soon, especially with that tower push and most of our guys not around. So we're just keeping vision there, seeing what we can see, wait for our allies to show up. There's Rammus with his sweeping lens, which is awesome, so we clear that. Get away from Thresh and Tristana and a Moo. And we're just roaming around now that our tower is gone, try to stay with Graves as much as we can. But you know, sometimes you're needed in strategy fights. Reward that bush because someone comes up behind us, and play a little bit defensively because they are a bit ahead of us. Of course, Tristana with 90, almost 90 CS compared to Graves roughly 30. So 3 times the CS still, 3 times the kills, quarter of the deaths. So yeah, our Graves not doing too good. But he was, DC'd for a while. A few minutes. Top getting ganked by Moo again. Graves being jumped by Tristana. Gets a smoke screen off. Still got Thresh and Tristana. Bottom with us. Jax does get 1 kill, but then Moo follows up. Down. Still trying to defend bottom lane. Studying Thresh underneath that tower to get a little bit of flash, using our ult to stun him, using Xenoblade to pull in, but Thresh gets a nice knockback. But we stun him anyway. If it'll be enough to kill him, he gets a nice hook on that. Creep there. Doesn't get a chance to pull himself closer. And we go in, follow up with Rammus, try to get to Tristana, but she's just too mobile and no follow-up. I didn't want to go in by myself, especially since saw Amumu coming down the river. Graves should be backing up now too, but he is super aggressive. Our Rammus is going back. I'm waiting for Graves to get there. Ward that bush just in case they hide. I'm going to go back. I did get my boots of speed to help with my movement since I'm not running movement Prince on Leona, but she does have 1.5 movement in the utility tree, which is the equivalent of 1 movement quint, so not too bad. Checking the blue, we see Jax is coming in there. Now you might need help. Hanging out, going on the ADC, get her stunned, get rid of their main source. She goes down. Team fight, trying to follow up on the KO. Rammus gets pulled. KO uses her ults. Still get her down. No, we don't get it. We'll take our team down. Dan gets his stun off. It's 4 against 1. He needs to get out of here. Does quite a bit of damage there. But still, it's only him by himself. So they're going to clean up and farm a bit. Score is currently 16-10. They are ahead by almost 5,000. 29.5. 27 to 24.2. Ahead by 6 kills. Their ADC is all of their guys have at least 3 kills, except for Thresh, who has 1 but has 8 assists. Whereas I have 0 kills, 3 assists, and 4 deaths. Our highest fed at the moment is Jax with 6 kills and 3 deaths and 1 assist. Here we go for Dragon. You see them going for Dragon, so we try to go in. I get my ult off, slow down for stun. Bad Zenith play, don't do that quick play, but I see Olaf, so go ahead and stun him. Turn around, engage on Olaf after killing the Tristana. Rammus gets his level wrecking ball off, and we get a double kill for Jax, which is very good. Jax should have came back and helped us with Dragon here. I knew that 2 of them were down. Giving the technology to fear the rest of them since they're not source of damage. Really is down. Don't worry about as they just fail. I thought her ult was, apparently it wasn't. Here are Rammus and I taking the objective, trying to help us catch up. So apparently, 31,026 kills, we take down that dragon and cuts us, catches up a little bit by, looks like close to 1,000 gold.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. And
then we get a turret, which helps a lot as well. So now we're only down by 4,000. 4,000. That's a little better, right? Right? Yeah. So I bought some boots of mobility to help me catch up with the team. A lot of times I go with Mercury treads if they have a lot of stuns. But I felt like I really wanted to be able to catch up with the enemy team, especially with Tristana's jump, or if I wanted to get out maybe a little faster from, pretty much dodging their skill shots. So we noticed that Thresh and Tristana are bottom lane. We go behind him. He hooks OP and he jumps over knowing that he was probably dead. I leave them alone knowing they have Tristana. She goes down. We try to follow up with Thresh. I'm going to head for the top lane because I saw the 2 up there. I didn't see a Moo up there, but I kind of figured he was probably around there somewhere. So we're going to go up, try to help out with defending that turret. As you can see, with the boost of mobility, moves pretty fast. We catch the KO out. Go ahead and put on our shield. Go ahead and stages. Go over to Pearl. And try to clear out some. Stun the Moo. Switch to Kale. Thresh is coming. So if Rammus gets a triple kill, I don't want him to get fed, so I do what all good supposed to do, and he dies so you don't have to. That's right. It was much better for Thresh to get a kill on me than to get a kill on a Rammus who just went on a 3 killing streak, so he didn't get that shot. So right now, Tristana is farming. I went ahead and bought a Ruby, what is that thing called? A Ruby Crystal for extra health. Thinking about switching to the Ruby Sightstone so I can get. I also got a Warden's Mail to slow down their attacks when they hit me. So when hit by basic attacks, reduces the attacker's attack speed by 15% per 1 second. So knowing that Rammus is our tank pretty much, and I was working on healing for Graves when I could, but also I was wanting to be a little more tanky as well. So when they switched to me, and Jax is Graves is a pretty tanky ADC as well. In fact, Brand is probably our squishiest character here. But I mean, let's see, what else is going on? What could I have done better? Well, so far I have the most deaths on the team, so I could not have died as much. It would have been great. But that's a little harder sometimes. So right now, we pretty much switched to team fight phases only. You'll see that the enemy team is grouping up a lot. And really, I actually wasn't paying attention to anything in this push. So, luckily, I put my ult down just to stop it. Jax goes get a ton off on the enemy, so reset attack, we take him down. The rest of the team pulls himself over in the middle of fire, so we take him down. Jax is on nice. Kale. Takes Kale down. I lost his Hollow down. So right now we've got 4. Tristana is really low, so it's a good time. I had a flash up, I would have done using the flash down. Scare her away. Start taking down the turret. Get that goal. Now we're actually ahead of goal at this point. And we just went up 18 to 20. So that team fight right there. Probably the turning point of this game. So it put us ahead in kills and it put us ahead in gold. And if we can maintain that advantage, despite the negative attitude of the players earlier, quits, thought they weren't doing so well. It just shows that you stick to it, stick to your guns. Try the best that you can. Don't get too frustrated. Have fun. This is a game, and you do best at things that you have fun with. So here I'm just hanging out by the group so I can soak up some of Brand's experience. Not running experience masteries on Leona, so I do tend to fall quite behind, especially if I'm warding a lot or being at the back of the creeps, which sucks sometimes because even though you want to be near the creeps to soak that experience, like when you're doing team fights and your ADC is in the back or positioned kind of away from the front line of enemy, so you should be positioned away from the front line of the enemy. And if he gets, ganked by an assassin or something, you want to be ready to defend him. So let's see, right now, Tristana is so far ahead of Graves, it's ridiculous. 162 CS, does 96. Me and Thresh are about the same on RCS, 24 to 23. I have 1 more assist than he does, but he has 2 actual kills. He switched to mobility boots as well with home guards. He also got a Shirelia's, or the thing that replaced Shirelia's from Ancient Coin, which is different movement speed, and he got an Iron Locket to help him for his whole team, which is actually 2 items that I really wanted to get on Leona. Once you get enough, your Relic Shield is good, but I would sell it once you get movement speed and cooldown reduction. I love Leona with cooldown reduction. Those stuns are amazing, and yeah. So here, they're pushing mid again. We kind of ward so we can see if they get out of position, and we're just kind of waiting. We're hoping Graves would be up there with us. See, now they had that warded, and they could have collapsed on Graves and took him out. But luckily, they tried to stay mid. So we're putting down some more warders just to see where they might be going. Our team is not quite able to get a shot off of Graves. He takes a lot of damage from it. Can't like what damage he took from her. He gets but the rest of us in Graves, we get a couple stuns off on him. He takes a few too many out. Double kill. Tristana goes down. She's on fire. Brand gets another kill. Going in. Kale. Shield for Lannis. He gets out safe with his shield. And myself and Brand, we clean it up, and we're just going to push for objectives. So now you see we're ahead from 20 kills to 25 kills. We're up at 3,000 gold. And we're just going We're going to go for this turret. Thresh is up. He's got his home guards. So they're trying to hit us. I go in, I pop my shield, because I know he's going to hook me. I didn't want to hit him, so the towers wouldn't hit me. I just wanted to make sure he used that hook on myself instead of Brand, because Brand is a lot squishier than I am, especially with all the items I currently have. So I put down a ward to see if they're going to come towards Dragon. Another ward there. We go in, we secure the Dragon. Get our Dragon kill. That's up another few thousand gold, which is fantastic. So we're going to go back. I think we were building up to Randuin's at this time, which is another really, really good item. Great for team fights, great for slowing the enemy down. Yeah, so we build our Randuin's, and we start heading back. I think this is... No, this is not it. Okay, so we have all of the team mid again. Really, I think if the enemy had started split pushing us and not focused so much on my area to be a little more better at team fights than them. So here they're going on Rammus, he gets away. I try to peel for the but too much, but stay near the tower, so I use my Rammus airstrike just to try to slow him down. Rammus should really go back now, I'm staying around here. So we're guarding our mid tower. We really need to get Baron warded, thinking that they might be going for that soon. So I'm going in for that. So I ward the whatever that is. Ward the Baron in the back because I prefer warding him up front. But if you can't get there because the enemy is too strong and might kill you, warding over the wall is perfectly fine as long as you have a ward there. So with that one, we're going to see that they're coming in the top lane along with our minions. So we push out mid a little bit, but you don't want to go too far. A few of them sticking up. You see Thresh push in. So right here, I think Thresh gets a pull off. Kale's chasing Graves down. Graves almost dies. I peel off the Graves. Stun Kale. And I pull out because that was just too much. 3 versus 1. 3 versus 2, but Rammus wasn't really doing anything. 4 versus 2, so yeah, it was a good choice for us to back up and wait for Brand to come with us. Especially now they're feeling overconfident that they can take Baron because they know that Jax is dead and they feel the rest of us are weak. So we go in and get an immediate kill on Baron. It's fantastic. I flash him, stun whatever that was, Mumu. We push forward, and they are down 2, and we know Thresh is low, so we figure the rest of them back. The ward down to see if they, and then we secure Baron for ourselves. So myself, Leona, and Baron, 3 man in the Baron, Laura, Graves is pushing the bottom. Again, that might actually help with the there. So, but we had pretty good damage with Brand, who's actually now doing amazing. He's now 8 kills, Jax has got 9 kills, Rammus has got 6, and then our ABC got 4, and myself 0 because support pretty well. I'm still down by 50 CS, but Brand is actually ahead of his lane by about 70, and Jax is ahead of his lane by about 25. Rammus is ahead by about 10, so they got a little more gold than their lane partners. Graves the one who's falling way behind. So here's where I sell my relic shield to get a ancient coin, trying to build it up to that movement speed, and I get a vision ward to kind of see. I was gonna put it in there and drag it or somewhere, but they get shut down on Brand. Right here, they did a group engagement without me. They should have backed out. I really needed to be there. One of the first things they say when they die is, "Hey, I wish we should have waited for Leona's ult," because now I'm the only one with the Baron buff. So I'm trying to defend the mid tower by myself. There's 3 of them. So I used my ult just to kind of slow them down a little bit. And it's actually got a pretty good kill on with all my CDR. If you could get a frozen heart, pretty good So I put my equips on just to maybe soak some damage. Try to get them off of the inhibitor, but knowing that the Rammus is backed up. So I go in, try to get a stun off Astana, get her exhaust off of her, put the exhaust on the ABC then, and the other ones to kind of gave her damage. If I could have got a stun off on her again, it would be great, but they're actually using exhaust on me to slow me down, so I didn't get that. So here we are pushing, Tristana's kind of in our jungle. Thresh is trying to back, Jax goes in, boards it, we see Thresh, so we go in on him, makes a jump. Now he goes in, and he actually right here, you didn't see him for a second, so he almost got away right there. I backed him around, so I go in, Mumu gets away, luckily for us, Zima thing, get that crack going, get closer to Olaf. Use my ult to slow him down. Put on my eclipse and take some damage. Leona sees his taunt off. And triple kill. So we go ahead and push for this turret. They just got our inhibitor, so we're going to match things up and take down their inhibitor. Positioning myself between the turret and the enemy, just so we can be a little bit more for them. Taking the turret down. And knowing that they have 4 down with about a 20-second timer, we decide, and myself with Baron still, we decide to push in, go for the turret, my eclipse on, so they go in on KO to knock her out. They all come in and focus on Nexus place the game that we want to win. So there we go. We were down quite a bit of gold, quite a bit of kills. At the end of the game, we end up pushing ahead and getting victorious. So I hope you liked this video. I will definitely be playing more support, most likely Leona, because she is my favorite. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and favorite. And check us out at vanguardgaming.com. That's the gaming community I belong to. We stream lots of different people. We probably have about 15 different streamers that stream various things and make YouTube videos. And we are just a gaming community that likes to play lots of games together. So thanks. This has been Cadris, signing off.